when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome to Tobago Updates Morning Show. I am your host, Renessa Ortiz. And as you can see, we are not in our usual area. We are not at the Port Mall this morning. We're not in studio. We are outside at Magdalena Grand, and we are here in the Tobago Lounge. I am joined by none other than Alex Brown. Alex, good morning.
Good morning, Renessa. Good morning, viewers.
It's always so good to be outside.
Yes,
a change in environment, a change in scenery. But in spite of all of that, our programming continues this morning. But before we get any further, we head on over to news in 90 seconds. In regional news, Antigua and Barbuda Prime Minister Gaston Brown has secured a historic fourth consecutive term. In a snap general election held yesterday, Brown's Labour Party won a landslide 15 of the 17 seats in Parliament. The PNM Tobago Council's pending by-election has been cancelled. Candidate Lorraine Forbes, who was omitted from the ballot due to a printing error, has withdrawn from the race. As a result, the votes already cast declare Akil Guy as the winner. The new executive features a mix of Team Unity members in key roles alongside candidates who ran on no formal slate. The Ministry of Education has officially launched Form 1 AI digital learning resources. These interactive tools, which include AI-powered tutors and digital textbooks, are to have been installed on all Form 1 laptops this week. Minister Michael Dowlett says the initiative aims to reduce the weight of school bags and lower costs for parents while providing personalized support for every student. And finally, the conversation on the repair campaign took center stage at the Scarborough Library last night, led by historian Dr. Rita Pemberton. The project is guided by the CARICOM 10-point plan and serves as a precursor to the Tobago Sankofa Conference coming in July, which will focus on community self-repair and healing from the legacy of colonization. And that was your news in 90 seconds. Stay tuned at 6:30 p.m. for our major newscasts. Alex, there are quite a lot of things that are going on in news in 90 seconds. More specifically for me, the AI learning resources as it pertains to Form 1 students. There are so many mixed feelings about this within this space. And that key point where it spoke about lightening the load of book bags. I know I had to endure some of that. You're going to school with your textbooks, and not only that, some of the health concerns that come out from children carrying those heavy book bags to school.
When my son was in primary school, we had a chiropractor talk to the PT, and he did tell us that while you did not see the impact of it in the childhood, he, as a practicing chiropractor, would see later on in life the weight of the bags. He said he, as a chiropractor, did not allow his children to carry backpacks. And he gave a word of caution that probably we can share to viewers. If you carry a backpack, put it on both shoulders, don't sling it over one shoulder. It actually does create some deformity over time.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So it really is, at least from that perspective, a good initiative, and we're hoping that they can keep things stable so that the children can really access all that is available to them, and probably their learning would be a more immersive experience.
I think the other conversation is the fact that when we have to rely on AI tools, that cognitive learning in terms of being able to have that critical thinking on the go, sometimes that is depleted because you're relying so heavily on the AI resources. So then there is that conversation as well. How do we balance ensuring that our students, especially from the Form 1 coming up, that critical thinking and that cognitive ability to do things on their own without having to rely so heavily on AI tools. Where is that balance going to come from?
I am not sure, but I am certainly hopeful that the teachers understand how to create that balance. Probably a day or two of no AI, just to have discussions, maybe see how they think outside of getting information.
Okay, viewers, we head on over to the celebratory segment of our morning. It is our birthday shout-outs. First up on the lineup, we have Kevin Phillips. Happy birthday to you from us here at the Tobago Updates family. Wishing you a bright day, a splendid day, and that you take the time to reflect upon what you would like to achieve for this upcoming year.
Next, we have Ayana Carter Brassy. Most people know her as Carter. Happy birthday to you, Ayana. We trust that the first day of this month begins the first of many new things for you. We trust that you enjoy prosperity, favor, good health, and that God will continue to guide your path as the years roll on. Happy birthday to you.
And last but certainly not least, we have Sylvia Wilson Murray. Happy birthday to you. We hope you have a bright day. We hope that today is filled with lots of joy and laughter, and you spend it with those who love, cherish, and appreciate you. And you take the time to go out today and enjoy yourself. This has brought us to the end of our birthday shout-out segment. For those of you who did not make it on our lineup, we want to say happy birthday to you. And I would like to extend a special happy birthday to one of my very good friends, Davina Nelson. Happy birthday to you. And you're going to enjoy your day today, and you're going to spend it with those who love, cherish, and appreciate you. And wishing you all the prosperity going forward in life this year. Now, Alex, what do we have in the rundown this morning?
It's an interesting rundown. It's seemingly an entire Friday morning of sport. So we talk first of the National Special Olympics taking place in Trinidad this weekend. It's a National Special Olympics, so we talk about that. And then we talk MTV Madness. Marcus is going to join us and tell us all about that. So we're having an entire morning of sport this morning.
So viewers, there you have it. We want to say thank you to those of you joining us on YouTube, Facebook, AMPLIA, Flow, and Digital. Thank you for making Tobago Updates your #1 station. We want to remind you to stay tuned and share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and the service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Looking for office attire or worship apparel, then come to TS Classic Closet. Shopping for casual clothing or just want to dress down. Big discount, so it's you on clothing and comfortable shoes. Get some wonderful accessories to match your attire. Come to TS Classic Closet at 39 Montgomery Road. Opening hours daily from 9:30 to 5:30. For more information, call 710-168-99999.
Sofa Factory is here in Tobago. Conveniently located Montessori Drive, Glen Road, Scarborough. Up to 20% off on select sofas for customization. Deals on some sofas from as low as $4,000 until stocks last. 10% off on all wardrobes. Half off on shower heads with the purchase of a vanity set. Come in and experience the new way to shop for furniture and see the quality in person.
Make your goals a reality this season with Mount Pleasant Credit Union. Tobago's choice, we got you smiling. Come and feel that mid-year feeling, oh yeah. Mid-year island dreams, we make it easy. $20,000 to $100,000. Come and see, we warm hearts, bright plans, your goals grow. Mount Pleasant Credit Union, Tobago's choice. You know, every loan once approved, more reasons to celebrate. Chance to win big, doesn't that feel great? Up to $3,500 in exciting gift certificates. Share investment starts as low as $2,500. Mid-year island dreams, we make it easy. $20,000 to $100,000. Come and see, we warm hearts, bright plans, let your goals grow. Mount Pleasant Credit Union, Tobago's choice, you know.
Trinidad is my home, and I always say charity begins at home. So I'm just delighted to bring this team of dedicated volunteers. Part of our motto is that we just don't send relief. We hand deliver it with care and compassion. And as I would always tell my team, the best way to find oneself is to lose oneself in the service of others.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
The Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. It's who we are and the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people, and its progress. And today, we're going even further. We're deepening our commitment to the region, continuing to invest in the networks, services, and digital solutions that move Caribbean businesses forward. Whether you are a mid-sized business or multinational player, we bring you resilient connectivity, personalized service, and tailored IT solutions, all powered by local teams that truly have your back. We're here to help you navigate challenges, grow, and achieve your goals with practical solutions, reliable networks, and a partnership rooted in trust and your long-term success. Liberty Business, rooted in the Caribbean, committed to you.
Okay. 335, 336, 337, 338, 339.
Counting on your fingers again. No wonder you lose your business.
Grandpa, thanks for helping me start over.
You not lucky in business, you know. As a child, you tried to sell hog plum. That failed. As a teenager, you and your boyfriend tried to break into the jewelry business. But hey, where that boy end up?
He live in Aruka in the Grove. The golden one.
Oh, child, if you want to get into business, you have to have your financial records intact. But hey, do you know your numbers?
Of course, 624-333.
No, child, your numbers, your ratios, your equity ratios. You have a financial handicap.
What?
You need to see somebody about that. Anderson.
Who?
Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago, they offer tax and accounting services. They know about financial management.
Grandpa, I started this business with nothing.
And nothing is what you will end up with unless you call Anderson Services. Here.
Okay, this card is nice.
Yeah.
What's this?
Your rental fee. Have business will pay rent. Hot and groovy in the soca party.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
Are you ready, Tobago, for the BHS Centennial Raffle Live Draw? 10 amazing prizes, one unforgettable evening. Join us this Thursday, April 30th at 5 p.m. live on the Rotunda at the Esplanade in Tobago. Catch the action live on Tobago Updates wherever you are. Who will take home the grand prize? It could be you.
Sofa Factory is here in Tobago. Conveniently located Montessori Drive, Glen Road, Scarborough. Up to 20% off on select sofas for customization. Deals on some sofas from as low as $4,000 until stocks last. 10% off on all wardrobes. Half off on shower heads with the purchase of a vanity set. Come in and experience the new way to shop for furniture and see the quality in person.
The Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. Rooted in connection, driven by community. It's who we are and the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people, and its progress. And today, we're going even further. Liberty Business, rooted in the Caribbean, committed to you.
Hair goals, we've got 'em. At S&R Hair Fantasy, we provide a wide variety of quality hair, the latest hair accessories, adult toys, skin lightening products, female underwear, and much more under one roof. Check us out on Shelbourne Street in Plymouth or call us at 317-0808. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. S&R Hair Fantasy for queens who know exactly what they want.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and the service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome back. As promised, we're talking sport this morning. We begin with a little bit of a surprise for you. We're talking cycling. We're not talking track cycling, but we're talking mountain biking. We're talking this morning with Mr. Nigel Yipchoy, club member of the Tobago Mountain Bike. And did I see that right?
That's correct.
That's
yes.
correct. Good morning to you and welcome.
Thank you so much for allowing us to be on the show and to reach your audience.
It's a pleasure to talk with you. Let's first start out with the Tobago Mountain Bike Club. And how have you been? I mean, there are a lot of people who may not necessarily be into cycling and may not even know that you exist. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a bit of your background, and we can take it from there.
Okay, so my name is Nigel Yipchoy, and I'm representing Tobago Mountain Bike Tours today to talk a little bit about the foundation and the race that is starting today. So Tobago Mountain Bike Tours is really Eamon Healy Singh and his partner Manuela Reda. They also have a non-profit organization called Life is a Cycle. Life is a Cycle and Tobago Mountain Bike Tours has been around in Tobago for quite a long time. The non-government organization, Life is a Cycle, is really about inclusivity and bringing children into the sport of mountain biking. So every year for the last 8 years, there has been a mountain bike event called May Mountain Bike Madness. And that is the event that will be taking place this weekend at Table Piece from today until Sunday. The May Mountain Bike Madness, this is the second time it's going to be a national, Trinidad and Tobago National Cycling Federation National Enduro Championship. So please come out and see us today, Saturday, and Sunday at Table Piece in Arnoldville.
Table Piece is such a really close-knit and very intimate area. I think I drove past sometime back and I didn't realize that is what was going on. I know I saw some of the young children on their bikes, but I didn't know that is what was going on. I really wish you guys all the best on this initiative. Now, you spoke about the Life is a Cycle initiative and the impact in terms of what you want that to be for our young people. Tell us a bit about that impact over the years, what you've seen out of the young people who have come up in this initiative.
I think Life is a Cycle is one of the most empowering things for young people. I have witnessed kids come into the program, and Eamon and Manuela actively recruit kids into the program. They provide them not only with equipment, but with coaching and mentoring, a sense of community. And as these kids have grown from year to year, and the skills have developed and they've grown confidence, they are now going to be competing for national championships. I see this as a path to success. Like in mountain biking, you've got some very, very steep hills to climb. And you put one foot in front of the next. You will get knocked down, you will get up again, but that's life. And so with the community and the coaching and the love, it comes together and it changes lives. And I think that's a very, very impactful thing that we don't really see so much when we look at the mountain biking by itself. So to understand that whole effort that goes behind it.
There's an additional element, if I may, in terms of mountain biking in Tobago. It allows you to see some places that otherwise you would not. So apart from the competition and that kind of thing, it also gives you some exploration and some sightseeing opportunities. But tell us a little bit more, if you can, about what you've seen, especially with the children who were recruited into this kind of program. What did you see apart from their personal development in the sport? How has the sport been able to contribute to their overall development beyond cycling?
So I think that it's fair to say that when you bring people in, you include them, you train them, you give them skills, you celebrate their success, not just amongst the group, but within the community, because a lot of these kids come from the communities that we ride in. They have that experience, they take that experience away with them, and they want to be that person who was their coach. They want to find other people and empower them with the same sort of pathway to success.
Now, what goes into organizing an event such as this? Because it requires a lot of work, I'm sure, in terms of safety measures in place, recruiting the individuals who want to participate, ensuring that they understand the terrain and what they need to do in order to be fit or competitive within this sport. Tell us a bit about that.
So there's a tremendous amount of preparation that goes into hosting an event like this. As you mentioned, first of all, the trails have to be cut. And the trails all up in Culloden Bay and Top of the World and Lescoto, these places. So all of the trails have to be cut. They've got to be marked. For the event, we need to have ambulances on standby. We've got to have police escorts for crossing roads. We've got to organize all of the sponsors, and thank you to all of the sponsors for supporting us. Put together the event site, do all the registration. We have, because it's a national event, there are strict standards on timing of the races. So there are a lot of things that go into putting this event together. It takes months of preparation. It takes hours, countless hours of climbing up in the mountains, clearing the trails, putting the bush, and getting everything ready. Our main focus has been on safety. We walk the courses, we look for things that could potentially be hazardous for the riders, and we endeavor to put together the best race event that we can. Not only to give the kids and all of the participants an opportunity to show themselves, but also to show off Tobago to the rest of the world. We hope that with the excitement and the attention that we're getting for the event, that it will gain wide exposure in the world. It will result in foreign riders coming here, pro riders. Some of these riders have over 1 million Instagram views, and their footage would provide Tobago with opportunity for exposure as not just a mountain bike place to come to, but as a wonderful destination where community and authenticity is something that's really special amongst all the islands in the Caribbean.
Having been involved in logistics myself for quite some time, there's an element that often we don't talk about. That element is cost. You mentioned sponsors. What has it been like to get people to buy into it? Private sector, public sector. What has the buying been like over the years? And how has it impacted on how you're able to actually bring the events off?
We're really fortunate to have some excellent sponsors who have supported us year after year after year. Every year, it's always, we're on the edge, we're going out, we're trying to get more sponsors just to cover the cost of running the operation. Right now, there are some things that we would have liked to improved on and done in a much bigger way to get more exposure. But because funds are limited, we're not able to do that just yet. However, we do see a growing trend in attention to this kind of activity. And so we hope that we'll be able to reach out to the community, reach out to government, reach out to private individuals, just to take us over that edge. Because I believe after 8 years of hosting this event, and this being the second year that is a national enduro event, that we are starting to get the exposure and build that excitement to take us to the next level. So that's really where we want to be next year.
If there are individuals who are interested in contributing to the cause, whether by donations or they want to volunteer their time and their service to the organization, tell them your information, your contact number, where they can find you so that they can be a part of this.
So you can find Tobago Mountain Bike Tours on Instagram and on Facebook. And that's probably the best way to contact or get into contact with the group. We would be very happy for any support that we can get, whether financially or in any form, to help us move this forward, to help us support Life as a Cycle, to build Tobago pride, and to see some of these young athletes, shine and have this pathway to success.
Awesome. And as we wrap the interview this morning, I want you to share with us some of your future goals or what you expect this institution to look like probably in the next 5 years.
Really, there are a lot of things that are changing in Trinidad and Tobago right now. We see that there's a larger thrust for tourism. We want to get exposure for Tobago. We want to use this event to attract more community involvement, the kids coming in, so that we can train them and prepare them for success in life. In order to get to that stage, it is going to take quite a bit more funding. There are some projects that Eamon and Manuela have in progress that we would like to see materialize that will make access to the sport of biking much more accessible to a much larger group of people, and in that way have a larger impact on the community in terms of more people finding that pathway to success. So we need quite a bit of funding for that one. So please do contact us and we'll tell you.
We wish you guys the best going forward and that you get all the contributions, all the support going forward in this initiative so that we can also contribute to the improvements and the development of our young people here on the island of Tobago, Alex.
Certainly. I like the play on words. Life is a cycle. It's not just a play, it's a reality. And to take cycling through that cycle is really an interesting way to go. We certainly do wish you the best. Congratulations on your successes thus far. And we're hoping that this weekend is going to be a greater success than the previous events have been.
Thank you so much for hosting us. I do hope that you will be able to come out to the race site in Table Peace by Honestdale. The event will be going on Friday through Sunday. On Saturday, there will be like a big community day where people can come and ride bikes, repair bikes, all those sorts of things. And then it will culminate with a big community gathering on Sunday for the prize giving. So thank you all so much, and I hope to see everybody out there.
And viewers, there you have it. We want to say thank you to you again for coming on this morning. And all of you who have just heard it, there is the event going on today, Saturday and Sunday. So you can come out as well. Ensure that you take the time to take your family there as well and really just take in the outdoors. Viewers, stay tuned. We'll be right back. And remember to share the live, share the live, share the live.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Looking for office attire or worship apparel, then come to TS Classic Closet. Shopping for casual clothing or just want to dress down. Big discounts awaits you on clothing and comfortable shoes. Get some wonderful accessories to match your attire. Come to TS Classic Closet at 39 Montgomery Road. Opening hours daily from 9:30 to 5:30. For more information, call 710-168-99999.
Make your goals a reality this season with Mount Pleasant Credit Union. Tobago's choice, we got you smiling. Come and feel that mid-year feeling, oh yeah. Mid-year island dreams, we make it easy. $20,000 to $100,000. Come and see, we warm hearts, bright plans, your goals grow. Mount Pleasant Credit Union, Tobago's choice. You know, every loan wants to prove more reasons to celebrate. Chance to win big, doesn't that feel great? Up to $3,500 in exciting gift certificates. Share investment starts as low as $2,500. Mid-year island dreams, we make it easy. $20,000 to $100,000. Come and see, we warm hearts, bright plans, let your goals grow. Mount Pleasant Credit Union, Tobago's choice, you know.
Trinidad is my home, and I always say charity begins at home. So I'm just delighted to bring this team of dedicated volunteers. Part of our motto is that we just don't send relief. We hand deliver it with care and compassion. And as I would always tell my team, the best way to find oneself is to lose oneself in the service of others.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
The Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. It's who we are and the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people, and its progress. And today, we're going even further. We're deepening our commitment to the region, continuing to invest in the networks, services, and digital solutions that move Caribbean businesses forward. Whether you are a mid-sized business or multinational player, we bring you resilient connectivity, personalized service, and tailored IT solutions, all powered by local teams that truly have your back. We're here to help you navigate challenges, grow, and achieve your goals with practical solutions, reliable networks, and a partnership rooted in trust and your long-term success. Liberty Business, rooted in the Caribbean, committed to you.
Okay. 335, 336, 337, 338, 339.
Counting on your fingers again. No wonder you lose your business.
Grandpa, thanks for helping me start over.
You not lucky in business, you know. As a child, you tried to sell hog plum. That failed. As a teenager, you and your boyfriend tried to break into the jewelry business. But hey, where that boy end up?
He live in Aruka in the Grove. The golden one.
Oh, child, if you want to get into business, you have to have your financial records intact. But hey, do you know your numbers?
Of course, 624-333.
No, child, your numbers, your ratios, your equity ratios. You have a financial handicap.
What?
You need to see somebody about that. Anderson.
Who?
Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago, they offer tax and accounting services. They know about financial management.
Grandpa, I started this business with nothing.
And nothing is what you will end up with unless you call Anderson Services. Here.
Okay, this card is nice.
Yeah.
What's this?
Your rental fee. Have business will pay rent. Hot and groovy in the soca party.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Hi viewers, welcome back, and thank you so much for staying tuned to Tobago Updates Television. Of course, the best network in Tobago and IGSA, Trinidad and Tobago. We are into the sporting segment this morning, and I want to thank Magdalena for hosting us again today. I really like being here because I get breakfast every Friday when they are here. So, I mean, when I got the call that they were at Magdalena this morning, some such breakfasts are waiting me just after this show this morning. So, thank you guys so much for staying here, and of course, always come and check out Magdalena. But I have Alex and Renessa with me still this morning because I should have had someone out of that, Joshua Balfour. I'm sure you have heard about Joshua Balfour this week. I mean, talking about that. It's the first time I'm hearing that we have, well, let's see, shall I call them athletes? Yeah, athletes participating in that in Trinidad and Tobago. And Joshua, because he's from Tobago, it raised my suspicion as to we have a Darts association and we have persons participating in that would have qualified for our World Cup. Yeah, so I tried to get him this morning, but for some strange reason, I'm not getting him, as I got him earlier in the week. So we have to have the show this morning. So I'm having a conversation this morning with Alex and Vanessa. She says that she has never played sport, but she likes volleyball. I'm not sure about Mr. Alex, man from Charlottesville. You must play sport. You swim.
Swimming, play a little bit of cricket, play a little bit of football. You have to do something in primary school.
You can do something. And I wanted to start off by, of course, congratulating Joshua. He's from Golden Lane.
Yeah.
And Joshua and I went to Scarborough together. And I know Joshua trying to play cricket, not that. And it surprised me to see in the news that they would have actually qualified for this World Cup, which happens in Germany.
Why is this a secret, though?
And because I see, no disrespect to Joshua and his colleague, Mr. Watkins, I see that as a pub sport. Like you go to a bar, and there's
it's something you do while you're there, with the pool and everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I did not know it was actually in Trinidad and Tobago, because a big thing outside of Trinidad and Tobago. I did not know that they have clubs and persons participating in the sport, much less a Tobagonian from Golden Lane. And I really wanted to have that conversation with him, how he got into it and how big it is in Trinidad and Tobago. Because to qualify for a World Cup, and they're going up against different countries,
exactly.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
But hopefully we'll get him live in studio, because it would have been a virtual conversation. So hopefully, because I heard him on another interview speaking about coming back to give back to his alma mater, which is Golden Lane Government.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to having him here in Tobago and in the studios here, talking about the darts thing. Because I don't know how you win a darts game. I don't know how you qualify for a World Cup. all these different questions, I would have liked to have a conversation with him, but he's not here this morning. Right. But as I said, the show goes on. And
but Marcus, before you continue, you said he's out of Golden Lane.
Yes.
I'm a bit biased because I'm also from Golden Lane as well. So there is greatness in Golden Lane.
You play that?
No, I don't play that. The only time I play that is when we go out to the bar. But we're leaving that right there.
You're leaving it right
yes.
there. And as we are on the topic of Golden Lane this morning, just today, the Tobago Cricket Association, led by the president, Mr. Cohen John, and myself, the first vice president, we are going to go to the north side of Tobago, inclusive of Golden Lane, to distribute some cricket equipment. We call it Polysoft cricket equipment, which will aid them greatly in their preparation for the Primary Schools Cricket League, which starts
that's coming up soon.
Yes, on the 8th of May. And, we started off in East Tobago, quite in Charlottes. We'll come right down.
You say quite?
I'm
sitting right here.
That's how some people see it, right? Because sometimes you schedule football games or cricket games to Roxborough or Speyside, and the teams will complain, why we had to go so far?
But you know Golden Lane is closer to town than Charlottesville, and they still consider Golden Lane far.
For real, for real.
When I used to teach for a little bit, I had a principal who was from Cumanas, North Trinidad, and I mentioned far at some point, and he said, where is that? He said, nowhere in Tobago is far from where you want to be.
That's how I see it. I think for them, it's like the winding roads.
Yeah.
It's not like you're going to come punch and drive straight. Because I like to drive to Roxborough. Going to Charlottesville kind of find truth in a way. Let's think about it, yes?
Man, that's
to be real fat.
There's a gentleman who is originally from Mason Hall. I wouldn't name him on air, right? But there's a gentleman from Mason Hall who said Charlottesville is too straight and I've been in.
It's too straight. Yeah, so we did Charlottesville come right down. All the schools there, they benefited from the equipment, and then we did what they say, Tongside. Tongside. We missed out some schools, so they're gonna be covered today, and we're gonna go to Golden Lane, Tibber Peace, and all those areas. We're gonna go from Lansome first and come right down. So I'm looking forward to that, because when we did the other schools, the excitement from the players and the school, the teachers and everything, I really like that. And as I said, it's going to aid in their preparation for the Primary Schools Cricket League, which starts next Friday. And I'm excited to talk about it as well, because this year we have 24 primary schools that would have signed on to participate in the league. And we have 33 primary schools in Tobago.
And to get 24 of them.
To get 24 participating in cricket, because some people see cricket as a hot thing, and they don't see it as something that they want to participate. You see she smiled one time?
So I just believe I have never really understood the concept of cricket. I think it's something that you need to have an acquired taste for. That is the direction I am going. I have never really gotten someone to sit with the enthusiasm and say, this is what is happening. My grandfather, he loves cricket. Whenever cricket is going on, he would put on the TV and I would see him get all excited, but I cannot understand the hype.
We need to take you to our CPL. Biggest party in sports.
I think that's the start.
Yeah, because I have friends, right? Same as you. They see the game, but not interested, or no kind of interest to participate or to watch. And then I would have invited them to come to Trinidad to take in a CPL game. And every year before CPL starts, they ask me, when is CPL again? When is CPL again?
Maybe that is what it would
I
take.
need to go to a CPL game. Because, I mean, this is Trinidad and Tobago, and we love a good fete. And let's have a fete with sport. And just imagine being there, drinks, but non-alcoholic for you, and entertainment by some of the best players in the world. Kyron Pollard, Andre Russell, Dwayne Bravo, Sunil Ryan. That entertainment is like surreal, and people look forward to that.
Talking cricket, Marcus, one of the things that we don't seem to pay attention to in terms of detail, the average Tobagonian boy especially wants to play football.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, more Caribbean athletes make a living playing cricket than do playing football.
Yeah.
It's an interesting dichotomy, as it would.
Yeah.
What do you think would be the reason for that, and how do we refocus the minds of more of the young men and the young women as well towards cricket that can actually present them with livelihood as opposed to football?
You know, I believe in sport for all, right? Especially at the primary school, secondary schools level. And I hate when parents or even coaches try to box in players to like one sport, cricket or football. Because when I attended primary school, even secondary school, I played football, cricket, basketball. And I was always boast to people, right? Like when I was going to Scarborough Secondary School, I played basketball and I made the under-20 team, and we are still the only team from Tobago to go to Trinidad and win a national under-20 title. Albeit I was on the bench. Yeah?
You were part of the team.
I was part of the team, right? I was part of that team. I contributed to the team getting to Trinidad because I played some games in Tobago. So I played basketball, I played football, and I played cricket. And, you know, for some persons, football is low cost and less probably, let's say, but it's more exciting, especially as a striker. You score a goal, and then the girls in school, they like footballers, they find footballers cool, and then the world plays football. And it's for me, I think it's easy to play. You get a tux, you get a socks, and I get a shin pad. But with cricket now, one small ball, very hard. You gotta get pads, you gotta get a little box,
pads for
you gotta get gloves, you gotta get helmets. It's very expensive. And even now, trying to get our Tobago on a 13 team to play, parents complaining, so this thing very difficult, you know, it's very hard on me. I mean, I try to make ends meet here, but this boy love cricket, but I don't think I can finance him playing cricket.
That's a significant challenge.
You know, if you get corporate Trinidad and Tobago involved, I think that will help the marketing aspect of it as well, because as you rightfully mentioned, there's a career to be made, a career to be had from playing cricket, and I think faster. And I see cricket as a Caribbean sport. Think about Brian Lara, Viv Richards. Those are names that are very popular when it comes to the Caribbean, and I think when they go throughout the world, outside of Dwight York and probably Russell Latopy and probably Ken Minton to an extent, Brian Lara is a big name throughout the world, because he made a name through cricket. And I mean, I think the culture has to be, introduced at the schools level, not just football, but get them participating in all the sport and show them that there is a career to be had in football, cricket, basketball, anything. But it's how you sell it at the primary school level and get them participating in all the sport, not just come and play football because Dwight York play football and they could play for Manchester United, but come and play for cricket. You could play for Mumbai Indians in the IPL because it's a big thing. It's a big thing.
No,
the IPL is a very lucrative thing. And I mean, now I realize that even Sporty, the sport company of Trinidad and Tobago and clubs, they are now getting equipment to assist them to participate in cricket because it's a big thing. And that is what we are doing as well as the Tobago Cricket Association, giving back to the schools. Starting today, well, not starting today, but continuing today, giving to the Northside schools the equipment so they can have something to practice with.
Now, Marcus, you mentioned something earlier where you spoke about parents trying to make ends meet. And I believe I was having this conversation sometime back with some friends of mine where we were looking at extracurricular activity. So just recently they had, YMCA had the April pools. Learn to swim, and there's a 3 months of learning to swim once you sign up on time. So I was there. And it just reminded me so much of how when our young people are in schools, that is the perfect time for them to capitalize on investing in sports. So whether it's swimming, whether it's cricket, whether it's football, as you've mentioned, that is the perfect time to integrate them into that mentality, because we want sport tourism here in Trinidad and Tobago. And how are we going to have sport tourism if we don't have our citizens a part of it?
But what we don't want is to be in Tobago's case, for example, a destination where there's all sorts of sport and all people are only spectators. Sometimes we tend to be satisfied with just being spectators. Our people must be involved.
But that's a good point you raised there, and then this topic of sport tourism again, and there's a, I mean, I think we use the word, the term loosely, like sport tourism, because we say sport and then teams come in, so we call it tourism. But
we have
it's
to
much
actively
more than,
be engaged.
Yes. And Mr. Brown, you rightfully mentioned, I mean, we have to, other than being spectators, participate. And then we had this big thing, the drag events recently, and that was big.
Yeah.
That can be sport tourism because we have participants there as well. We used to have this thing, the beat soccer, international beat soccer. And that led to a lot of Tobagoans being on the national beat soccer team. We don't have it anymore.
One of them from Charlottesville. Just saying.
Woodley. Yeah, we don't have it anymore. And we don't have anybody from Tobago participating in the beat soccer again. You know, so that's something that it's a hard discussion that we have to get, because outside of the Chichi, corporate Trinidad and Tobago, they need to get involved in that, because I mean, the value is there. We had Barcelona come in here. Barcelona, one of the best beach soccer teams, they arrived in Tobago to participate in a tournament in Tobago. You know, so it's a conversation that I normally have with people having a beverage, and then all the rawness come out. But to put pen to paper, it takes a lot.
It's another one of the areas of our weakness as a people.
Yeah.
We have lots of ideas, but we don't seem to be able to translate those into at least documents that we can start to present somewhere. I think one of the things that may be necessary in terms of that kind of development is maybe to remove the discussion from the places where the beverages are to another place where somebody, because you will not find me in a place like that. That's not my life, right? But you probably have to take the discussion to a place where other people who have the skill set that you require to put the documentation together, to put proposals together, you know, probably we need the discussions taking place there as well. I'm not saying only. As well, so that you can now engage others. Because the ideas from the ground are really good ideas, but sometimes the people don't have the capacity to pitch them the way they need to be. So probably we need to do some more in terms of these conversations that would allow for this to go forward.
Agreed. And before we get back to, well, let me finish over the cricket point, primary schools cricket, and then I want to touch on something very important as well that is very dear to me, and that's primary schools track and field. And when I make this announcement, it will shock a lot of people. In fact, it won't shock people because I think that's the way of life now in Trinidad and Tobago when it comes to sport. But in terms of the primary schools cricket league, we have 24 schools, as I mentioned. It starts next Friday, the opening day at Shore Park. We have 3 matches on the opening day. Starts at 10 o'clock. We should be finished around 2. And then we're going to have matches at Moriah and also at Roxborough, because we do have schools from Speyside and Delaford and Goodwin, all those things. Obviously, we wanted to play closer to our venue where they don't have to spend a lot for transportation. And then we have the Northside schools playing at Moriah. And then the schools in Tongue and probably the West, they play in Shore Park. And what I'm very happy about this year is that we're going to reintroduce hardball cricket to the primary school students, because we had stopped it for a while. When I just started at the division, I work in the sport and education unit as a sport officer. We had about 7 or 8 schools participating in the hardball. And again, teachers complain about equipment. It's very expensive. And then there was a fear for the leaderboard. It's very hard. I feared it as well, but I got my confidence from playing softball.
I had my own experiences that we shall not discuss on it.
Yes. I got my confidence from playing the softball cricket. And when I realized that we didn't have participation, I changed from the hardball to something called a polysoft. It's something, the ball looks like a hard ball, but it's very soft. And then we moved from 8 schools to 15, and then from 15 to 23, and now we have 24. So we got the participation up, and it's now to get them playing the conventional game. So we have 15 schools registered this year for the hardball. And how we not trap them, but how we get them to participate is that we said that, hey, we needed the succession and the transition. Because when they go to secondary schools, you're not playing softball, you're playing hardball. So we said, watch me. Standard 4 and 5, you play hardball. Standards 1 to 3, you play polysoft. So 1 to 3, we're going to introduce the sport to you with the softball, they get their confidence up, and then when they go to 4 and 5, you play hardball.
But what happens if you have a really good
cricketer
in the lower classes?
Then you excel in the polysoft. You excel in the polysoft, get the confidence up, and then you're going to be exceptional when it comes to the hardball. Because with the hardball, with the harder ball, you know, you need to play a little straighter because the ball skids on. With the polysoft, it bounces more, so you can play across the line and the ball will bounce over your stumps. And we don't have leg before with the polysoft. like before wickets, as we call LBW. Well, I'll teach you someday, right? some people will stand up in front of their wickets and block. We're not allowed to do that in cricket, right? So that's where leg before comes in. So with hardball, you have leg before. So it teaches you to play more conventional cricket. And I'm happy now that we have more coaches going to the schools to get the fundamentals in. And I really want to commend the Sport TT, the Sport Company of Trinidad and Tobago. They have coaches going into the schools now in the different zones. So they zone them, and more schools are exposed now to coaching. So we have more schools participating.
Do you think, Marcus, that as the years roll on, the generations became softer? Yeah. I played a little bit of hardball cricket in primary school.
Yes.
And we had absolutely no equipment. You get bounce, you go and find a piece of ice or something, and then you continue.
That's like me as well. I played without even gloves. You know, and then you might get a lash, but you brush it off and go again. But no.
In fact, it fuels some innovation because in our school we started to make your own pads out of cardboard.
That's it.
But
yes.
I think that we've kind of grown soft.
Yes.
I'm not saying that there are risks
more protective.
But I think that we've grown a little bit soft.
I think parents are now more protective than ever before, because I mean sometimes when you are home on a weekend, do your chores, but then they can go and play. I mean, the parents ain't even studying where you are. You playing cricket, but now, where are you going? What are you going to do? You're going to play hardball cricket? No, you can't play because chances are I may end up with a bullet in the eye and a black eye and all them different things. So I'm happy that we have the hardball back. Then we're going to have the police-off balls, so standards 1 to 3, and then we have the girls playing in one group, all the girls. So we
what
have
do they play, hardball or police-off?
Win police-off.
Why are you laughing? The West Indies women's team play the hardball, you know?
Right. So once you get them playing, and you know, they score only ones and get wickets, they'll be interested in playing the hardball, and then we have clubs in Tobago that they can.
Is there a way that you transition, or you just say, okay, you're old enough now, you play the hardball? Or is there a transition? Because you mentioned the difference in the way those balls would play when you bowl and that kind of thing. Is there a transition that helps you understand this is how you play this ball as opposed to?
No, we have coaches that will identify talents. And there are some persons, from the time you see them hold a bat or hold a ball, you know that person has talent.
I mean, in terms of actually playing with a different ball.
No, it doesn't. I mean, if it is that you are in primary school at, say, standard 5, standard 4, and you look like you can handle the hardball, then we try to get you there.
Just throw you in.
Just train right there. Oh, because the idea is, if once you have the basics right, you seldom you will get lashed or get hit with the ball. And because the fear is having them, once you get a good lash, you're not coming back. You know.
Yeah, if that lash comes early,
you're not coming back. You'll be very fearful of the ball. So the idea is to ensure that they have the fundamentals. You know, how to catch the ball, how to bowl the ball, how to back the ball, and that's where we use the police-off, and then you can coach them while participating in the police-off. Because I mean, when you have children and you're coaching children, you don't want to have them, well, come on, hit the ball straight here. You want them to hit the ball. You want them to just have fun, and while having fun, then the child will correct them. How you grip the bats, your stance. You know, keep your head steady on all these different things. So I am so excited because not because I am a cricketer, but because I believe in sport for a while.
You go ahead, go ahead.
I'm so excited for this.
Convince yourself for that
for this league, and it's going to happen for a month. And you know, I'm looking forward to seeing who could be our next Brian Lara. You know, who could be our next Kyon Pollard, who could be our next Dwayne Bravo. I mean, who could be our next millionaire from Tobago? Because we do have Joshua James, who started at the primary schools level. Coming out of Wim Anglican. He's playing with the national team right now. He plays with the Jamaican Talawas in the CPL. And I'm hoping that this year he gets drafted again, because the door is right there for him and West Indies cricket. He's a former West Indies under 19 player. So he's like our role model in Tobago when it comes to schools cricket. He came through the system. His brother Orlando James also played for Trinidad and Tobago. He captained the Trinidad and Tobago under 19 team. Coming from the primary schools cricket league, and so many others would have gone on to play for the national team. They came through the primary schools cricket league, so I'm excited about that. You know, and that's Alexander Venicia. And you know, this is a sore point for me. Like I said before, I'm a sport officer, and you know, we were in deep preparation for the defense of our title nationally when it comes to track and field, because we won it for the last 3 consecutive years, and that's a big thing for us, because when you go to Trinidad to compete against the different zones, they are very competitive, especially the Port of Spain zone. They don't like to be able to beat them, but we have prepared well in the last how many years, and we mashed them up. When I tell you we mashed them up fine. And you know, we were preparing for a 4th consecutive title this year. In addition to the national 3K, we have Taj Moses out of Lambo Anglican. He won last year. And we also had QG. She also won some years before. That's a big thing. And it's cancelled this year. The national championships cancelled this year. Both the 3K, which should have happened on the 6th of May, and the championships on the 20th of May. And as I said before, we held our zonals and our championships. And what we'd have done, the top athletes, the top 2 athletes in different events, whether it's cricket ball throw, javelin, shot put, long jump, high jump, the 80 meter, 100, 150, 200, 300, 400, all those events, the top 2 athletes, we had them in a training camp at Shore Park. So we know that's how we, and I don't want to let out our secret, but that's how we prepare for the nationals, because you expect the best of the best at the nationals. And we started our training, and then, you know, we have representatives on the national executive as well. And because of lack of sponsorship, we had Atlantic sponsoring some years ago, but they pulled out last year. And from last year to now, the national body
was not able to secure sponsorship,
corporate sponsorship, or even governmental sponsorship for the national championship. And here's what upsets me the most. We have athletes going to Olympics or even Kaifta Games or World Championships, and you're expecting Trinidad and Tobago to medal. And once they medal, Trinidad and Tobago cussing. They're cussing left, right, front, and center.
We don't take that.
Where it starts.
Have to bring back stuff.
Yeah.
Where it starts.
When we talk about our athletes going out to participate and to really represent Trinidad and Tobago, and right here we're talking about the Tobago space, we forget a lot of the times in order for them to participate at that level that we require of them, that we want to be proud about, there needs to be a level of investment, not just, well, the parents, they already put their investment in. The students, the athletes, they're already putting their investment in. They are training, they are doing what they're supposed to do, they have the discipline. But we don't invest in them. We tend to shy away a lot of the times, but we want a medal when they come back.
Of course. You want to
And then I also have to talk to the citizenry on a whole when I say that even if an athlete does not perform in the way that we would like them to, we still need to band behind them.
Yes.
Because I always mention Jamaica.
Yes.
Jamaica has a pride when it comes to their athletes. Win, lose or draw, we are backing you strong. You don't go online and see the comments that you would see from our Trinbagonian people. We need to stop that.
Yeah, and then let's qualify, you know, as our producer would giving us the kind of cut thing there. I know it's sports again, but anyhow. But as you mentioned, there's the word pride, and then getting involved from a very early age, and just qualifying for a world championship or Olympics. That's an achievement. There are qualifying standards, and to get the standards there is quite an achievement. I mean, like I said, sports for me, I mean, you can sit here all morning and talk about the sports, and I'm very much disappointed. It's going to come out very soon about the cancellation. Maybe by me speaking about it here, somebody might come and say, hey, let me cancel it because we still have some time down the road. But again, it's not just about getting the sponsorship, but the preparation and it's just too short of a time to get everything going, because it's AFA, accommodation for the Tobago team, and all these different things to go down there.
And we're hearing of changes.
And we're hearing of, thank you very much. So, but viewers, it's been a really good discussion this morning. Hopefully next week we can get Mr. Joshua Balfour. And in fact, they too are looking for sponsorship. I heard them in an interview asking corporate Trinidad and Tobago, not the government, corporate Trinidad and Tobago, to support them by a tune of $50,000 to get to Germany to represent the red, white, and black. Let's imagine Joshua and his colleague Watkins, they go to Germany and they win this World Cup. Front page news. They ain't support them in the button on front page news.
So we'll meet them at the airport when they come back.
We're new to the better as a country when it comes to sport. I think it's a way out for a lot of people. It's a way to curb the stupidness that happens in the country when it comes to delinquency and especially juvenile delinquency and deviant behaviors with young people. Get involved in sport. This weekend we have Tobago Cricket Association, the preliminary rounds of matches. It ends this weekend at venues throughout Tobago, Roxburgh, Shore Park, and Mariah. Matches start at 11. Go out there and support our sports. And of course, have a wonderful weekend. Be safe on the roadway. Thank you so much, Alexander, when you said it's been a very good discussion with sports is concerned this morning. But viewers, of course, we have Natalie coming up next with Good Morning Tobago. Stay tuned. Don't forget to share the live, share the live, share the live.
to celebrate the 98th edition of the Boko Goat and Crab Race Festival. Proud because this festival has grown tremendously. For a community to sustain a product for over 100 years, because this year goat racing is 101 years old. We'd have lost a couple of years because of COVID. But for something that was birthed out of innovation and creativity, but also frustration at the time, to last for more than a century is something to be indeed proud about.
Caring for a race goat requires significant investments and dedication. They are treated as prized possessions with regular veterinary care, grooming, and specialized nutrition and to maintain their health. Training is another critical component which ensures their performance at their best on race day. We must also recognize the jockeys, whose physical fitness and discipline are equal and essential. Their health and conditioning plays a vital role in the success for each race. As goat owners, we eagerly anticipate this festival each year. I am pleased to say that this year's event was executed smoothly and truly enjoyed by all who attended.
Is to truly celebrate everyone who has participated in creating this cultural event. But while you are doing that, remember that there's another generation that 100 years from now should be able to say, we are 200 years into this because you took the time to pass it on to them.
That was a production of the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly.
So the seminar today is on sheep production. It's a very broad topic, but we've divided it into 3 sections. We have health and diseases, we have farm management, and we have nutrition. And we decided on those 3 things because those are the main areas in which farmers struggle. We have farm management on a whole, how they breed the animals, what they select for, because a big complaint with farmers is that the genetic pool in Tobago is very limited. So in the presentation today, I have showed them how to select for what you want and to increase the genetics of your stock.
The seminar today was very informative. I learned about how you should feed your sheep, your goats, how to take care of them, how to avoid things like parasites, and the information coming from a vet itself would definitely help in alleviating some of the problems and the stress that you will get from doing things on your own.
As I'm now going into something different, I decided to attend so that I could get more knowledge on what I need to do and do it the correct way.
Because there were things that I thought I was doing right, and the veterinary, the vet, she shed a different light on it completely. You understand? It was very enlightening. I think it's something that any and everybody should be exposed to.
That was a production of the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly.
You're viewing Tobago Updates Television, your exclusive gateway to Tobago, broadcasting the beauty of this island paradise to the world.
Welcome to GMT Good Morning Tobago. I'm your host, Natalie C.D. Richardson, and can you believe it? It is a new month, May 1st, and we are outside this morning. Of course, I must thank Renessa, Alex, and Marcus for setting the pace on the morning show and leaving some room for us on GMT this morning. Viewers, wherever you are, we have a packed show for you this morning, and I'm glad that you joined me today. So we're getting right into it. A lot is happening, and we are outside, as I said, Magdalena Grand Beach and Golf Resort, where a lot of activities are happening this weekend, full weekend. And joining me this morning is Kerry and Sheldon, who will tell us a little more of what's happening here and how you can be a part of it. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for having us.
And it's really, a pleasure to have you. And, driving in this morning, I saw a lot of pink shirts. I think your color, Sheldon, on the golf course. And I want to start off, before we get a little bit into who you are and the organization. Sure. The golf was happening this morning. I saw the action. Tell us a little bit about that.
So, as part of the entire weekend, we started off this weekend today with a golf tournament this morning. That has just started actually at 8 o'clock. So you would have seen a lot of golfers walking around all dressed in their pink. They're all themed in the same colors, etc. A nice impact outside there. That tournament is going on. We should finish there about 2 o'clock. What we are doing in that tournament, we have gotten the opportunity now to gift a child in need in Tobago with a wheelchair.
Right.
Right. So this evening we're looking forward to having that presentation to the family at the golf course.
And for viewers, just in case you happen to be under a rock somewhere on the island and didn't know, this weekend, Tobago Jazz Music and Golf Weekend happening right here at the Magdalena Grand. Now tell us a little bit about the concept and the organization hosting this. I think it's Black to Sugar. Yes, tell us about Black to Sugars.
Well, Black to Sugars, we started off about 15 years ago. A little, what we will call a backyard jam. We attended Panorama. And as usual, while you're waiting on the results, we came home to my mother's house and we started a little line. Sheldon and another one of our colleagues were there when we back with a ring stove,
right,
cooking a pot of pilau. I had music, so we were playing some music, and friends would just drop in. That turned into 15 years later to about 300 persons, a staple for us, friends and family, on the Carnival circuit for us. And we literally started a event.
Right.
What do you do with this group of people who every year coming to your events? We said, okay, let's think about what else can we do. We started off also a back in time party in September, and that grew, and we said, okay, more people coming to the back in time,
right,
what else can we do? Then we found out that we wanted to do jazz. We all loved jazz music. Gone to a couple of concerts here and there. We've been to Tobago Jazz Experience quite a number of times. And when we said, let's see if we can revitalize the jazz on the beach. So that started it up. And then we went from that jazz on the beach to beachfront jazz. This is our third installation of beachfront jazz. We are partnering now with Magdalena, who have been a great partner, support to us, and also the THA. And we are putting on this event is growing from year to year.
Right, and we're talking about a full weekend. So we start off this morning with the golf. What can we expect tomorrow and Sunday?
So, as we said, this morning is the golf. This evening at Sinro Manor, we have a cooler back in times party, right, called Kamin, right? So that takes us into the entertainment, the music entertainment aspect of the weekend, right? Tomorrow, of course, is Saturday is our main stage event with Beachfront Jazz here on the greens at Magdalena. And then on Sunday, we are at Fairways Restaurant at the golf course again in the evening for Jazz and the Stars, which is a food-inclusive event.
Right.
Right? So again, a full weekend. I'm seeing lots of guests and stuff coming in here, coming for the weekend and all excited and ready to go. So we are ready and we have things in place for everyone.
And Kerry, for those who may have missed out on all the promos and all the excitement leading up to this weekend, and they are hearing about it for the very first time, how can they be a part of the weekend?
Okay, tickets are available here at Cache Lowlands. You also have Genke Day Spa at Montevin,
right,
and also here at the hotel. Or you can call any members of the committee. With their tickets available.
And as you mentioned, committee, and we could never get into all of it now, but what does it really take in the simplest way you can express to viewers to really pull an event off like this?
Planning starts literally after the event is complete.
Right.
So this year, I would say in June, we would actually start our planning, putting together what artists and so on are available and who we would like to see on island. We normally book our artists by July, August.
Right.
We try to launch the event by September, and after that is all finalizing our plans and implementation. It's tough.
Right.
And I have to say, over the past 3 or 4 years, our committee has grown because we realize that you can't do everything yourself.
Right.
All right. Sheldon is supposed to be in golf, I am also part of the logistics and picking up artists and so on and so forth. So it's a lot for you to do.
And we do have some of our artists, so viewers, we are going to get to chat with two of the artists, of course. So we don't want you to go anywhere. And tell us about who we can expect performing.
We have renowned Dr. Jasmine Gent, a saxophonist, who's also an educator, but you will hear more from her directly. Son of the Soil, Ron Reed, he's also an educator at Berkeley. He is upright bass and also the steel pan. Son of the Soil, he went to a very good school called Trinity College in Mocha. Really? That's my school.
I figured there was some kind of affiliation there.
Then we have Letitia Sylvester.
Yes.
Who is a very good vocalist.
Yes, powerful voice.
Voice made for jazz.
Yes.
She has performed here at Tobago Jazz Experience and also for us both here and then also in Barbados.
Right.
I shouldn't say last, we have Terry Lyons also, who will be closing our show. But let me focus on the next two artists. One is Jared Balfour, the pan man.
Yes.
He is excellent. We have had him on numerous activities that we've had on island and also off and in Trinidad. And we also have Carol Warner. She's a violinist, excellent musician. She's also an educator and she's homegrown Tobago soil person. Yes. So we're looking forward to don't miss it. The event gates open at 1. The artists are on stage around 3:15, and we should complete everything by 8:30, 9 o'clock at the latest.
And of course, Sheldon, I will allow you to talk to the viewers who, you know, they're sitting on that edge, they trying to make up their mind. So let me allow you to appeal to them so that they can be a part of this weekend.
All right. So Beachfront Jazz is the place to be this weekend. You're coming there, we talked about the entertainment, we have a lot of great performances going to happen. It's a drinks inclusive event, right? And they will have food on sale from restaurants from across Tobago who will be there. So really and truly, you coming here for a wonderful evening, an entertaining evening.
An experience, an entire experience. The weekend is based on an experience. You can't bring people here for a Saturday event. If you're coming, let's do it like an adventure excursion.
Right.
You come Friday, Thursday, Friday, and we carrying you through the vibe, the excitement of a weekend in beautiful Tobago, straight to Sunday evening, right? Where we cool down and we end it all. So it's an entire weekend of vibes, culture, food, drinks, everything you would expect from an adventure.
And I guess for those who already have secured your ticket and you are ready for this full weekend, you can encourage maybe your friends, your colleagues to be a part of this experience as well. And as the organization that's hosting, or the group hosting all of this, Black Two Sugars, so you know you have to get something to keep you going for the entire weekend. Gentlemen, we are going to make way for two of the guest artists who will be performing. So viewers, when we return, we meet Ron Reed and Dr. Jasmine Gent.
Are you ready, Tobago, for the BHS Centennial Raffle Live Draw? 10 amazing prizes, one unforgettable evening. Join us this Thursday, April 30th at 5 p.m. live on the Rotunda at the Esplanade in Tobago. Catch the action live on Tobago Updates wherever you are. Who will take home the grand prize? It could be you.
Make your goals a reality this season with Mount Pleasant Credit Union. Tobago's choice, we got you smiling. Come and feel that mid-year feeling, oh yeah. Mid-year island dreams, we make it easy. $20,000 to $100,000. Come and see, we warm hearts, bright plans, your goals grow. Mount Pleasant Credit Union, Tobago's choice. You know, every loan once approved, more reasons to celebrate. Chance to win big, doesn't that feel great? Up to $3,500 in exciting gift certificates. Share investment starts as low as $2,500. Mid-year island dreams, we make it easy. $20,000 to $100,000. Come and see we warm hearts, bright plans, let your goals grow. Mount Pleasant Credit Union, Tobago's choice, you know.
Sofa Factory is here in Tobago. Conveniently located Montessori Drive, Glen Road, Scarborough. Up to 20% off on select sofas for customization. Deals on some sofas from as low as $4,000 until stocks last. 10% off on all wardrobes. Half off on shower heads with the purchase of a vanity set. Come in and experience the new way to shop for furniture and see the quality in person.
Trinidad is my home, and I always say charity begins at home. So I'm just delighted to bring this team of dedicated volunteers. Part of our motto is that we just don't send relief. We hand deliver it with care and compassion. And as I would always tell my team, the best way to find oneself is to lose oneself in the service of others.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Baby, when you whine on me. Somebody get the phone, on the telephone. I get wet. I get wet. I'm looking all through the party. I hope I find you there.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Thank you, viewers, for staying with us. You are viewing GMT Good Morning Tobago, and we are on the outside this morning at the Magdalena Grand. It's always exciting, you know, when we come on the outside and we're not in studio. And a lot is happening this weekend right here. And you heard from Kerry and Sheldon about the event, and we have the privilege of meeting just two. So those of you who are attending this weekend's lineup, you know it's a lot of action, a lot of artists. We have the honor of just meeting just two this morning of the performers, and Ron Reed and Dr. Jasmine Gent. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you.
Now, I will start off with you, Jasmine. You are an award-winning saxophonist. You're an educator. And most times we hear about jazz. We see people of a certain age group, but you don't fit into that age group. So what would have got you interested into jazz in the very first place?
Oh my goodness. So my parents named me after jazz music.
Yes.
So I always say I feel like I was destined to play jazz. I grew up with hundreds of jazz CDs in the home before I even held a saxophone. And I love that you said we associate jazz music sometimes to like older,
Yes.
like it's highbrow, which is absolutely, untrue. And my dissertation was on exposing young children, like elementary age children, to jazz music, because it's something to be said about spontaneous creativity, making up something on the spot, which is what improvisation is. So, jazz is a big part of my life, and my goal is to impart that onto others as well.
Right. And for our viewers, of course, we have viewers from all over the world. We have Tobago, we have the diaspora, especially in America, other countries. Tell us a little bit about who you are, where you grew up, where you're from.
So I am from the States. So I'm from Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama.
Yes.
A place like Huntsville, it's country,
Yes.
cows in the backyard. But you have churches on every corner. So once I held a saxophone, my parents said, "You're playing in church." And I said no. And that next Sunday I was in church. I didn't have a choice,
Yes.
but I'm so grateful because I would try to imitate the choir. I would try to imitate the musicians and the pianists. And I really feel like that developed my own sound, which I like soulful music. And it developed my playing too in my ear.
Right. And you mentioned your parents would have given you the saxophone. Is it that was their choice for you? Was there a moment you could probably, and I know Daddy is looking on because he is here with us this morning, why, I'm wondering why the saxophone?
My parents, again, like I said, we have many saxophone CDs. A favorite is Kirk Whalum, a favorite saxophonist of mine. But I come from that day and age where you don't have a choice. Like, here's the instrument, you're going to play it. And I'm very grateful that they did. I love the saxophone now.
Yeah, and just for the parents who allow your children to make those types of decisions, you are the one in charge and you can see down the road. So you hear Dr. Gent is very appreciative of what her parents did, and she had to abide, and look where it brought her, up to today. So that's excellent. And let me just switch to Ron Reed.
Hi.
Ron, you are from Trinidad and Tobago. This
That's
is
correct.
home for you. Yet you would have, you're educated at Berklee College of Music. Did you study there as well?
I did study undergrad at Berkeley.
Right.
Yes, that's what got me to Boston, actually.
Right.
Someone had recommended the college. I did some research and realized that in terms of one as well, Berkeley had a very concise jazz program I wanted to be part of. And so, yes, I chose Boston. I had the opportunity to go to school in New York, but I chose Boston just on just what the school offered, the college offered at the time.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
And you play the upright bass and steel band.
Yes. Well, that's what in Trinidad I wanted to start playing electric acoustic bass because of the players that I was listening to. I started getting exposed to jazz records, and I was starting to recognize who the great bass players were. But not having any instruction, not having an instrument,
Right.
I really was not able to take that instrument seriously until I got to Boston.
And why those instruments? I mean, we know steel pan is all around us, but why the bass?
Why the bass? That's a good question. I actually started on piano, and I love the piano because I'm a great fan of harmony, wonderful harmony. And at that time, when I was growing up, my sister and I started piano lessons. If you wanted to play music, at that time, you chose either violin or recorder or piano.
Right.
There weren't all these other choices. And so, we started taking piano lessons, and only because of that European classical path and the fact that I wanted to play other kinds of music, and the other types of music were being played on the radio, that I was hearing and says, oh, I'm hearing nice calypsos, hearing the pop songs, hearing these songs from Venezuela, they're being so close.
Yes.
I was saying, well, why? I can't play all of that. My teachers were not interested in teaching me how to play anything else but classical music. I did it for a while, and then I said, okay, that's it. And I stopped to my own detriment because I felt if I could continue, I might have easily been a piano player because I still love the instrument. But as my voice dropped, and I was also listening to pop music, and listening to all those great bass lines and all the funk records, so I switched to bass because it seemed like that would be fun. That would be fun. So and I'm a bass player ever since. And I think myself as a bass player first. Wanting to arrange more particularly, not so much as a player, I started listening to all the great arrangements of the time growing up, and all the great arrangers, Clive Bradley, Ray Hallman, Len Booksie Sharp, etc., etc. So my plan was to not so much play the instrument, but to arrange the instrument. And I took a pair of double seconds with me to Boston with the intention of getting the college interested as being part of a program, not so much as a player. And the playing thing just kind of happened. And then I had a part of my career where people forgot I was a bass player and had me playing a lot of steel
Right.
drum gigs, and that kind of evolved into my second instrument. So yeah, I still play it as much, but my bass is my primary instrument.
And I
Yeah.
think it's very interesting that both of you now are educators of music. Is what would have led you into that field? Yes, you would have been exposed to music, loved it, fell in love with it, but you still had other opportunities to choose different fields. So what pulled you even to go into formally, now you are passing on that passion to so many? What would have drawn you to become an educator in that field?
Oh my goodness. I think it's an honor to have a hand in the future of music. And my mom's an educator. She taught for 38 plus years. So watching her, it really inspired me. So by the time I was in 5th grade, I was teaching like community chorus and things of that nature. And I think there's lots to be said. There's a connection between performing and also teaching. So it's all about connecting. So connecting with your students, finding unique ways to connect with students, and finding unique ways to connect with an audience when you're performing. And that's what really got me excited about teaching. And we've had so many conversations this week, and I currently teach at the University of Ottawa. I live in Canada.
Right.
And so I've just been picking Ron's brain about, what unique like techniques he uses when he's teaching in the classroom. And but I love teaching. I think they work hand in hand, performing and teaching.
I guess it keeps you sharp as well, right?
For me as a bass player, bass players have typically been, or many years ago, way in the background.
Yes.
Right? You played your parts. You weren't the flashy leader of the band. Like a saxophone player, they're
Who would
always
take
out
center
front,
stage,
right?
yes.
Bass players tend to be in the background. It's a background instrument, but. So that I'm saying that my personality at the time too was okay. I'm reserved. I didn't have to speak. I didn't have to announce the tunes.
Right.
I didn't have to engage with the audience. I just really had to play a good bass part, and that way I kept my job or kept my gig. But teaching was for me a way of overcoming that shyness, that learning to be able to speak, to be able to communicate your ideas, because I was studying music and had a lot of ideas of my own of how to thinking differently of how I would teach this material. So that teaching got me to step out of that comfort zone of just being in the background as a bass player. And when I was playing steel drums, I realized that too. Then I was band leader out front. I had to take on the role of announcing the tunes, relating to the audience. So those combined skills, of being a band leader as a steel pan player, because as a bass player, I was never really a leader until much later in my career. And the combine of realizing that, as an educator, you have to learn how to communicate your perspective, your ideas of how you're going to teach the same material that's been taught 20, 30 years. But you realize that people are not responding. How do you get these same concepts across?
Right.
You have to kind of really be creative of your own method. So for me, it was an exercise of helping me overcome just being a background, kind of very laid back, quiet person, and step forward and let people know that you're not afraid of contradicting tradition. You have some of your own ideas. Yeah, so
and Ron, I must ask you, because being from Trinidad and Tobago, there has been a shift in terms of parents now accepting that their children are studying art, they're doing performing arts, music, and can make a career. But a couple years ago, you dare not come and tell your parents, I want to study music or I want to do performing arts, because we did not see that as something that could, keep you going and sustain you financially. What do you think may have accounted for that shift?
I think that some of us who took it seriously and went abroad, went to college and continued as educators. Because I remember when I was leaving 40 years ago, I left Trinidad 40 years ago. I had some even musicians who were elder than I was like saying, you think you're really, and they were already musicians, but they lived in Trinidad. And they were saying, yeah, maybe not, because, hey, what you going to do? And, since then, I have seen so many young people have followed.
Yes.
They have come abroad, they have gone to school, they have even continued with their education. And many of them, I met them as high school students.
Right.
Or I would go to their school and talk to them, and they would want to know. And this brings me back to thinking about the first time I tried to leave Trinidad to go to the US. I wanted to go to art school,
because I thought that making that decision, my parents would kind of back off a little bit.
Right.
When I was really intending to study music, but I was thinking of a fine arts degree, and I wanted to do design, and I used to draw a lot at the
Right.
time. And I thought they'd back off a little bit if I said I was going to art school. And it didn't work out. I didn't get the visa. I didn't have enough money.
Right.
And then some years later, I was able to just say, okay, I'm going to Berkeley. This is it.
Right.
But I didn't have to explain it or negotiate it.
Okay, that's good.
But when I was leaving the first time, I was probably just about 20.
Right.
And it was a little bit different. I
Yeah.
still had to convince my parents
Right.
that I was going to make a living as an artist. And I never regretted it, actually.
Right. And what about you, Jasmine, coming from Alabama? I mean, the Black history is very strong there. And you said, you had, of course, your parents' support, but other persons in your family, just your community. Is it that you were destined for something else, or you could do this better? Why music?
I'm very grateful. My parents were very supportive. They both love music so much. So to have, and even my grandfather, like music just really I think runs in my veins. My family really support what I do. Unfortunately, there is a stigma with music, right? We always hear struggling musician, like
Yes.
you're not gonna make any money. And to that, you hear about people who do make a lot of money and who are not happy. And I think it's all about what the true wealth of life is. Just the worst person to disappoint is yourself. So I think staying true to yourself. And that's one thing that my parents will always tell me, but that's also something that I tell my students, like, if you want, because I hear many of them say, oh, like, if performing doesn't work out, I'll be a teacher.
Right.
No, you can do both. Like, and I aim to be that. My college students, I hear them say that, and I hope to be that example, as I'm sure Ron is for his students too, that do what you love, do what you dream to do, and then that's the true wealth of life.
One of the things I used to hear when I first got to Berkeley is that people who teach couldn't play. So you try to make it and then you realize, okay, there's too much competition, so I'll teach. And, a lot of musicians, fed into that for a long time.
Yeah.
And then there's some of us who, yes, exactly, why you can't do both, And once you start in really investing in playing and performing, you realize there's so much that you could teach from your personal experience that you can't find anywhere.
Right.
It's your personal experience. What happens on the road? What do you do when you're not playing? One of the things I've been disappointed with over many years of meeting great musicians is that they didn't have anything to talk about. They didn't read. They didn't.
Right.
They could play the instrument. They could blow away for 10 choruses and play from now to tomorrow. But once they put the instrument down and we're having a conversation about, well, what got you to this point? What kind of books you read? What are interests? Do you have any other hobbies?
Yes.
There was really not much. And I said, no, that's not the musician I want to be. I made that decision very early. Yes, that was very important for me.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we had Kerry and Sheldon, telling us about the event, what to expect. But here we have two performers. So from your perspective, what are you bringing? What vibes are you bringing? Tell our viewers what they can expect. Of course, they have to be here to get the full, the full experience, but a little idea of what to expect from both of you. Yeah?
Well, I like to have a mixture, like I was saying before, connecting with the audience. So a little bit of Latin music, a little bit of gospel, because that is definitely my roots.
Right.
Jazz, of course, contemporary jazz. And we have some Trinidad and Tobago music as well in there, so some soca in there as well.
Right.
So a great mixture, and expect to have a good time. I think that's the gist of the festival.
Right. What about you, Ron?
And for me, all the genres of music that I embraced once I moved away from Trinidad.
Yes.
I had a really good career here, recording calypso and soca, writing for Banyan Television Workshop, and did a lot of really good work. But I got to a point. And then as I moved away, I, got an interest in Brazilian music, started playing a lot more stuff, reggae music. We did it in Trinidad too, but then you get to another level when you hear certain players and meet certain players who are really invested in playing that music really well. They could do a lot with 3 chords, and you realize that there are certain nuances. So that's just one style. So I think my music certainly is grounded in the music of Trinidad, the folkloric expressions of Trinidad.
Yes.
But definitely you would hear those influences that I have gained over the years in terms of jazz, really good, interesting jazz harmony with the influences that I have adopted, Brazilian music, Afro-Cuban music, because I have a lot of Cuban friends, a lot of Brazilian friends.
Yes.
So it's all in there.
Right.
But I think it comes from a perspective of somebody who is rooted in Trinidad. And yes, that's what I hope that you'd be here first.
Right.
That the fact that I'm still, even though I've been away for more than half my life now, my roots are still very much here.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And, viewers, again, a packed weekend right here at the Magdalena Grand. You have an opportunity to expose yourself to top-class performers, musicians, so you can be a part of this weekend. And, thank you so much, and may you enjoy the rest of your weekend as well. You are in Tobago, the let me just put it out there again, the greatest little island on this planet, yes? And for our viewers who've never visited, think about it. We're here waiting to welcome and receive you. So that's all the time we have for this interview. But on the other side of the break, we meet with Rhea Sampson, who's the event coordinator right here at the Magdalena. And we know Mother's Day is in the air, and we can't leave Magdalena without talking about what's happening next weekend for Mother's Day. So stay tuned.
Sun Up Tobago presents Solara. Celebrating the 9th edition of your favorite party in the East, where style and good vibes meet. Get ready for the food-inclusive cooler experience you love. This July 4th, we return to the East, bringing you the perfect blend of mouth-watering food flavors, premium vibes, and unforgettable energy.
One thing more than fi understood. When girl, good girl.
Grab your cooler, hold your crew, and escape to Tobago's ultimate vibe. Join us at 4 p.m. at the Deltec compound in Argyle. Get your tickets now at Waterhole Bar and Pablo Supermarket Argyle, Barcode Scarborough, Eco Spot Studley Park, Neat Jones Bar on the Esplanade, and Jane Monkey Crown Point, or online at islandetickets.com. Sun Up Tobago, Solara, 9 years strong. Your favorite party in the East is calling Saturday, 4th of July, Deltec compound Argyle.
Looking for office attire or worship apparel, then come to Tia's Classic Closet. Shopping for casual clothing or just want to dress down. Big discount, so it's you on clothing and comfortable shoes. Get some wonderful accessories to match your attire. Come to Tia's Classic Closet at 39 Montgomery Road. Opening hours daily from 9:30 to 5:30. For more information, call 710-168-99999.
Make your goals a reality this season with Mount Pleasant Credit Union. Tobago's choice, we got you smiling. Come and feel that mid-year feeling, oh yeah. Mid-year island dreams, we make it easy. $20,000 to $100,000. Come and see, we warm hearts, bright plans, your goals grow. Mount Pleasant Credit Union, Tobago's choice. Every loan wants to prove more reasons to celebrate. Chance to win big, doesn't that feel great? Up to $3,500 in exciting gift certificates. Share investment starts as low as $2,500. Mid-year island dreams, we make it easy. $20,000 to $100,000. Come and see, we warm hearts, bright plans. Let your goals grow. Mount Pleasant Credit Union, Tobago's choice,
Sofa Factory is here in Tobago. Conveniently located Montessori Drive, Glen Road, Scarborough. Up to 20% off on select sofas for customization. Deals on some sofas from as low as $4,000 until stocks last. 10% off on all wardrobes. Half off on shower heads with the purchase of a vanity set. Come in and experience the new way to shop for furniture and see the quality in person.
Trinidad is my home, and I always say charity begins at home. So I'm just delighted to bring this team of dedicated volunteers. Part of our motto is that we just don't send relief. We hand deliver it with care and compassion. And as I would always tell my team, the best way to find oneself is to lose oneself in the service of others.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
The Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. It's who we are and the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people, and its progress. And today, we're going even further. We're deepening our commitment to the region, continuing to invest in the networks, services, and digital solutions that move Caribbean businesses forward. Whether you are a mid-sized business or multinational player, we bring you resilient connectivity, personalized service, and tailored IT solutions, all powered by local teams that truly have your back. We're here to help you navigate challenges, grow, and achieve your goals with practical solutions, reliable networks, and a partnership rooted in trust and your long-term success. Liberty Business, rooted in the Caribbean, committed to you.
Welcome back, viewers, to GMT Good Morning Tobago. Sitting with me this morning is the beautiful Rhea Sampson, events coordinator of the Magdalena Grand right here. And let me tell you, Rhea is full pace this morning. I think it started yesterday. For those who aren't aware, the Primary School Association of Trinidad and Tobago principals are here yesterday and today, and Rhea has been taking care of them. And of course, there's this big weekend hosted by Black to Sugar, right? So, Rhea, full throttle, right?
Yes, full throttle ahead.
and of course, the pace continues because we have Mother's Day weekend coming up. Yes. So tell us, Mother's Day. We know that, Mother's Day, people look for breakfast, lunch, dinners, ways they can express appreciation to mom. And as mothers, well, we have the Mother Day one, so I'm not sure how much time they spend in the kitchen, but let's just assume traditionally, mommy's always cooking for everybody.
Yep, she's
so Mother's Day traditionally has been one where mommy usually gets to rest.
Correct.
Somebody caters to mommy on that day.
Yes.
Usually, yes. So tell us what special lineup is here for mommy next week.
This Mother's Day, we came with a little different.
Yes.
Normally we have the brunch on
But we said this time we're going to have a little activities. So we're doing a bingo brunch.
Oh, nice.
So the moms can come out, and with your brunch, you get a bingo card and you play for some lovely prizes. Of course, you know, we always put in a night's stream as one of our prizes.
Yes.
So we have that as well. So we have it on next week, the 10th of May. You can bring mommy out.
Right.
You know, bring mommy out. She'll get a little bit of breakfast and she'll get some lunch items. So she'll have a nice time. Nice time.
And
yes?
what time does the brunch begin?
So we're starting from 12 till 3. And we're going to, of course, start with brunch, let persons settle in, and then we'll start to play the bingo game. So you can basically spend the day with us, you know, relax, enjoy the ambience, and let us cater to mom.
And, you know, and I think we had a very similar conversation last year when we were talking about Mother's Day. Now, we know that some of you mean well, and you want to take over the kitchen, but sometimes you didn't realize it was that difficult. You know, mommy's always presenting food, and she does it so effortlessly. And you now, you know, so don't take the hassle, right? Just organize, call Magdalena, make your reservations, and bring mommy, and just have a wonderful time as a family. You don't have to plan a menu. You don't have to go grocery shopping. You don't have to go YouTube and sit and watch all the videos, how to make this, how to make that, and say a prayer over everything. Just tell mommy, dress up. Bring mommy. Yeah. And, you know, when we talk about mothers, we talk about sisters, we talk about wives, we talk about daughters, you know. There are some women who may not have given birth, but they are mothers. You know, we come from that culture.
Yes.
You have a church mommy, you have a village mommy.
Somebody. You have somebody.
Yes.
Bring them out, shower them with some love, and let us pamper them for you. So take the burden off of you as well.
Right. Should we give them a little idea of what to expect in terms of the menu? A little. Don't say everything, because I know it's usually very extensive. Just give us a little
something.
Yes.
So we have, you know, you'll have your main sections, which will have, of course, your lunch items. So you'll have chicken, you'll have fish, you'll have different varieties. We'll have an omelette station, so you'll get that breakfast idea. And of course, our chefs like to go above and beyond.
Yes.
So, you know, the cakes, the pastries, all these items will be out for mom. And whoever is coming with mom, you know, it's a day for mom, yes, but everybody can come. The family could come out. Have a nice time. Just relax. Enjoy yourself.
Please don't just drop mom off unless mom requested that. Because some mummies, they don't mind the little alone time on the Mother's Day, right?
Oh, girl.
So if mommy is okay, or that special woman in your life is okay with just being dropped off, because she could socialize with others, play bingo.
Correct.
Right? And some people, they're okay being alone. If that is the request, that's fine. But don't take it upon yourself and say, oh, I'm just dropping you off. Enjoy yourself. Call me when you're done. We're not doing it that way, right?
No.
We're celebrating together. We're honoring together. So again, you know, Magdalena Grand is always putting something out there so that you don't have to, as we like to say in local plans, hot your head up. Yeah. They are catering for you. Please don't wait too long, because I know reservations
are going fast, and you know, it's a limited amount of persons because we are playing bingo. So book early and make sure you get your time in so that we will know to set the table just for you.
Right, definitely. Yes. So thank you so much, Rhea, for always keeping us up to date, bringing all these fantastic events to us. Now, I know Rhea has to get back to this was a little pause for her, because as I said, she's running full throttle for the rest of this weekend and into next week, because the Mother's Day event is coming up as well. And Magdalena always has something.
We're going to be here. So just to the moms, for everybody to know, just a reminder, it's $380 per person, and you can call us at 660-8500 and let us book a day for you.
Right, so 660-8500. Easy to remember. Please make that call quickly, because then, you know, we like to procrastinate. We then daddy or brother or son, daughter remembers, oh, let me make that call.
Correct.
And then they are fully booked. You don't want to find yourself in that situation. Yes, and the price is really good as well. So there you go. No worries, you have something planned for you by Magdalena Grand for that special, you know, mother figure or mother in your life. And viewers, before I say goodbye, I just want to share something with you. The Tobago People's Party, they are having a fundraiser event, and I believe, is the flyer up on screen as yet? I'm just waiting to find out if that flyer is up on screen so I can share that information with you. Right, and it's going to be held on Corpus Christi. Yes, you know, that's a holiday here in Trinidad and Tobago, and we are always looking for events. So as soon as that flyer is up, yes, it is. So viewers, you are seeing that beautiful flyer. And what will you be doing? Corpus Christi holiday and the TPP Women's Council presents Games Night Fundraiser. So they are telling us, look no further for any ideas. On Corpus Christi, they have you covered. It's open to men, women, and children. So grab a friend, bring your family, and many prizes to be won. Thursday, the 4th of June, 2026 at the Shore Park Food Hub, 5 p.m. till. And if you need more information, you can call 688-5228 or 381-7458. And of course, that flyer, you can find it on the different social media platforms. And you can just ask around if you need further information. So viewers, remember, May 1st, a new month has begun. And we are just passing through the months fast and furious. I'm not sure about you, but for me, it's pace, and I can't believe it, but I'm thankful that I'm here and that I have life. And I hope that as we go into this weekend, you remember to be safe. Remember, you are your brother's keeper. And until next time, have a beautiful, beautiful Friday.